Hi, this is Pradipti. Today we need to discuss about the PHP briefly. PHP Hypertext Preprocessor, it is become the most popular server-side scripting language for creating dynamic web pages. It is open source and platform independent. Implementations exist for all major Unix, Linux, Mac and Windows operating systems. PHP also supports a large number of databases. What is a PHP file? PHP can contain text, HTML, CSS, JavaScript and PHP code. PHP code are executed on the server and the result is written to the browser as a plain HTML. PHP files have an extension .php. What can PHP do? PHP can generate dynamic page content. PHP can create, open, read, write, delete and close files on the server. PHP can collect data. PHP can send and receive cookies. PHP can add, delete, modify data in your database. PHP can be used to control user access. PHP can encrypt data. Everything can do the PHP. By using the PHP, you can develop websites also. With PHP, you are not limited to output HTML. You can output images, PDF files, and even Flash movies. You can also output any text such as XHTML and XML. Why PHP? Why we need to use a PHP? It runs on various platforms: Windows, Linux, Unix, Mac OS X, etc. It is compatible with almost all servers used today: Apache, IIS, Mercury, FileZilla, Tomcat. These are the servers. PHP supports a wide range of databases. It is a free download it from the official web PHP resource, that is www.php.net. It is easy to learn and runs efficiently on the server side. A simple PHP program will know how to make a simple program. Actually, it's a web resides not only in the server content to the users but also responding to requests from users and generating web pages with dynamic content. PHP code is embedded directly into text-based documents such as HTML. Through these script segments or interpreted by a server before being delivered to the content. A script file names end with .php. Whenever we need to save files, we need to give a extension as a .php. Code is inserted between the scripting elements, that is less than $PHP and greater than. PHP can be placed anywhere in the HTML markup language as long as the code is enclosed in these delimiters. So variables are preceded. Whenever we need to declaring a variables in the PHP, we need to precede it by a symbol called $, and create a first time they are encountered. PHP statements terminate with a semicolon. Single line comments which can begin with 2 forward slashes or pound sign. Text to the right to the delimiter is ignored by the interpreter. Multi-line comment begin with delimiter and end with delimiter. When a variable is encountered inside a double quoted string, PHP interpolates the variable. In other words, PHP inserts the variable's value where the variable name appears in the string. All operations requiring PHP interpolation execute on the server before the HTML document is sent to the client. PHP variables are loosely typed. They can contain different types of data at different times. Here these are the data types we are used in the PHP. First one is the integer, float, double, string, boolean, array for group of elements, boolean for true and false, object for a group of associated data and methods, resource for external source, null for the no value. These are the data types we need to use in the PHP. These are the syntaxes how we need to start a PHP script: less than $PHP and ends with a, and in between there is a code and ending with the greater than. PHP is a case sensitivity. In PHP, all keywords, if, else, while, echo, etc., classes, functions and user-defined functions are not case sensitive. All variable names are case sensitive. In all the languages, variable names are case sensitive. Are not case sensitive, but here the variable names are case sensitive. Okay, but all the keywords are not case sensitive. Here we need to know the difference. Echo hello world. Okay, here it remains the same meaning. Capital ECHO in the small case. Here the E and H are in the upper case. All replicate the same meaning. Okay, and here the variable names of case sensitive in the sense here in the first my car is red. Here in the first statement only, the next two statements are not correct. PHP variables. There are some rules for PHP variables in all the languages, also in C, C++, Java. We are having some rules and regulations in order to declare a variable and initialize a variable. In the same way here also we are having some rules. A variable starts with a dollar sign followed by the name of the variable. It must start with a letter or an underscore character. Variable name cannot start with a number. Variable name can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Variable names are case sensitive. And here $age is different from $age. This is a small case and this is in the capital case. Okay. PHP is a loosely typed language. We do not have to tell PHP which data type the variable is. We didn't specify the variable type. Normally we need to declare a variable as a $a equal to 10. By default it will take the integer data type. PHP automatically converts the variable to the correct data type depending on its value. Suppose we need to give a value as a $a equal to 1.2. It converts the variable into a float data type like that. In other languages such as C and C++, we need to declare the name and the type of variable before using the variable. Here the variable scopes are local, global and static. The scope of variable is part of the script where the variable can be referenced or used. Global and local. Variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function. Here it is a global scope, $x is equal to 5. Whenever we need to access the variable inside the function by using this. Okay. Within the function we didn't declare a variable, and outside the function we need to declare a variable, and next inside the function we need to access that variable. Variable declared within the function has a local scope and can only be accessed within the function. We can't access outside the function. It will generate an error here and it will be accessed here because it will be declared in the global scope. These are the data types. Variables can store data of different types and different data types can do different things. PHP supports the following data types: string, integer, float, boolean, array, object, null, resource. PHP string is a string sequence of characters like hello world. It can be a text inside the quotes. You can use single quote or double quote. It means the same. In the PHP or string, we are having some functions: string length, string word count, string reverse. Normally we are giving some code for in order to find out the word count. Here we are having just a simple function string word count. It will give an output as true. That is a hello is a 1, world is a 2. 2 words are there in the hello world. String reverse also, strrev. It is one of the function in order to reverse the string. In order to find the length of the string, we are having a function of strlen. Whenever we need to search for a specific text within a string, there is a strpos function. Here we need to find out the word in the hello world. Okay. Here where it will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the output is 6. Replace. Whenever we need to replace one word with another word, that is the str replace function. Here we need to replace the word with the dolly. Okay. That is, this is a whole text. By using the str underscore replace function, the word can be replaced with another word. That is a hello dolly. These are the integer, PHP integer. We are having some functions. By using a var dump function also, we need to know the data type. Returns the data type and its value. By using the var dump function, we need to know the data type. Whenever we need to declare the variable, we don't need to specify the data type here. These are the data types. We are having different data types. Already we discussed about it. Data types, objects. When objects, are used in the Java. This is the class. Within the class, we need to create an object here. By using that object, we need to give the properties. And the PHP resource is a special resource type, is not an actual data type. It is storing for a reference purpose to a function and resources external to PHP. Common example of using resource data type is a database call. These are PHP constants. It's an identifier for a simple value. The value cannot be changed during the script. Valid constant name starts with a letter and underscore, no dollar sign before the constant name. To create a constant, use a define function. Constants are automatically global and can be used across the entire script. Whenever we need to define a constant here, specify a constant, we use a define function here. Define of name, specific name of the constant, specific value of the constant, case insensitive. Specifies whether the constant name should be case insensitive or not. By default, it is a false. You need to make it as a true. Also, here, this creates a constant as a case sensitive name. Okay. Here the PHP, case sensitive is false, but here we need to specify case sensitive is true. Okay. Greeting, welcome to w3schools.com, true. Okay. These are the operators we are having same as it is. Arithmetic operators, assignment, comparison, increment or decrement, logical, string operators, array operators. These are the arithmetic operations and conditional statements. Loops, while loop, do while loop,